Okay, guys, I told you I would test him out before I posted the video. I tested him out. He got me through Faction Wars 21 with this build and Relentless set. So if you guys like this, do it this way. If not, go Savage set. But he does do the job with Relentless, and he actually procs it quite often. So enjoy. What's up, gents? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for Casual Raiders. We're going to do a how-to gear champion guide for Brakus the Shifter. He is probably one of the best DPSers in the game. He came out last year for a Halloween event. I always thought he was one of the coolest looking champs in the game, and I finally pulled him. I was very stuck on the Skinwalkers, like I didn't have enough DPS to take down the boss in 12 turns. So when I pulled him, I was like, great, we got Faction Wars 21 cleared. So I actually put a bunch of books into him. I had a crap ton like kind of laying around because I haven't really pulled a legendary in a while. So I booked them all the way out. This is a 3-turn cooldown for 6 turns. This one's a 5-turn cooldown. I can get it down to a 4-turn cooldown. But then I was like, toss up, do I spend one more book and get, this would obviously land on because that's my luck, or this one. And then we actually got this one cooldown to a 5-turn cooldown. So when we do a how to gear champion guide, we always look at the skills first, then we go over like what we're kind of aiming for, where we need him at, what he's going to be good for. If you guys notice, he's got 3 artifacts already on him. I'm testing out the 5% chance to prevent skill cooldown. We're going to test that out against the faction wars. So I got all 3. This is the only faction that I got all 3 decent ones at. So they're not good. Like this one's defense with good speed. This one's crit damage, which is good for him. And then this one was defense, but I got 2 attack rolls. Like they're not good artifacts, especially for him. But we're going to test out the 5% chance. So technically it's like 3 chances out of 5% to get a skill cooldown reset, which is pretty cool because he's got some really sick skills. So yeah, we're going to test that out. But I was thinking maybe a different type of artifact set than you guys are used to seeing, maybe like a Relentless set on him. So let's get into it. First skill, attacks 1 enemy. Heals this champion by 15% of the damage dealt. So when I saw that, I was like, all right, does he need lifesteal? Probably not, because we have a couple people to put the leech up, but also he heals based off the damage dealt. So we want to do obviously damage, and that probably procs off of War Master as well, and the other mastery that you can get the Life Drinker. We didn't get that one because I think we had enough healing. Like my Skinwalkers team is so much healing. It's like 3 different healers on the same team. So I didn't need too much heals, right? So I wasn't going to go with the lifesteal set with this guy. And then this one attacks 1 enemy 6 times. That is ridiculous. Yeah, that's a lot. And we got down to a 3-turn cooldown. So I want him fast. Like I want him to do this as much as possible. The first hit has a 75% chance up to a 100% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 3 turns. So if you want a weaken debuff, what else does it place? True Fear and Fear. You're going to need accuracy. So with the faction wars, I think you need around like 200, probably around the same as the clan boss, but around 200 accuracy, like give or take. So for him, we're probably going to be building a little bit of accuracy on him. And it also heals the champion by 25% of the damage inflicted. Again, another heal move. So we probably don't need the lifesteal set on him. Heals this champion by 50% of the damage inflicted instead if the target is under fear or true fear buff. Now I'm not quite sure if the Faction Wars buff can be feared. I doubt it. But this is going to work with like PvP and PvE waves, even the Faction War waves. So he's going to be able to heal himself back up quite often during the waves. And this one plays a 50% increased attack buff on all allies. So he basically just buffs himself, which is pretty cool, for 3 turns, which is great. So it's a 5-turn. We can get it down to a 4-turn. Then attacks 1 enemy 3 times. So it's just so many multi-hitters with this guy. Then attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a True Fear debuff for 1 turn. So you're almost always going to place a True Fear unless like your accuracy isn't good enough. Has a 50% chance of placing a Fear debuff on 2 random enemies for 1 turn if the True Fear debuff is placed. So that's pretty cool. So you can like AoE Fear the team. Fear obviously isn't as good as the True Fear, but it's still an additional bonus. I'd like to run him and the Inquisitor together. Just fear literally all around. Cool. His passive, damage increased by 40% when this champion drops below 40%. Revives this champion with 20% HP when killed. Immediately grants an extra turn. So when I saw immediately grants an extra turn, again, that might be good with Relentless, because if he dies, he gets rezzed up, he gets to go, which then can proc Relentless again. So just kind of cutting in turns, kind of like Rotos. Like Rotos is a baller with that. So yeah, so that's kind of what that is. So looking at this again, he doesn't need to heal himself by too much, just because of the team that I'm running, and he heals himself. Plus, putting leech up on some other people. But I think we're gonna go Relentless. So when you guys are watching this video, he's going to want a bunch of different sets. Like really, any attack set's gonna be good for him. I would highly recommend if you go speed, crit rate, you want to get 100% crit rate, crit damage sets, the accuracy set, life steal set, frenzy. Maybe frenzy set would be cool on him. But we're gonna go Relentless, and then Savage. Obviously, you've seen a lot of videos with Savage on him ignoring so much armor, but we're really using him for PvE right now. I might switch it later on, but for PvE, I'm gonna use the Relentless to go as many turns as possible to try and finally kill the Faction Wars 21 clan boss. What else would be good? Stun set, he's only like a single target, so he's not really gonna be great with stun. Cruel. Great, 15% attack and going 5% defense. This one, the Divine Crit Rate, and a couple new ones. So this would obviously be really good. 18% speed, 20%, 30% crit damage, and 50% to place an unkillable buff. So basically, he would be unkillable. And then if they happen to do kill him, he would get res back up, which would be really cool. I wish we might actually take a look at that if we don't do well in Faction Wars. We don't have a ton of pieces, so you have to be very careful on how you gear that. This one, I think, would be really good for him. The new set, it's 40 accuracy with 5+ speed, and obviously Fatal with 15% accuracy and 5% crit rate. So I'm gonna gear this guy, and I'm not gonna care about taking gear off other people, because what I've noticed is when you're doing faction wars and you're really trying to focus on one faction war and you think you have the whole team, go all in. Like, spend the silver, get the best gear on your specific guys just to do it. You only have to do it once. Like, once you do Faction Wars 21, you are good. Like, don't have to do it ever again. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. So I'm going to put really good gear on them. We're going to see what we have on all the champions. So let's start. I always start with gloves. So I know we already have these, but I always want to see if I'm going to go crit rate or crit damage. So now for him, I really want to start with the crit damage because I want him to hit hard. So we're going to go with the gloves. I want to see what this is. Let's see, actually, HP. That's pretty good. So we got some good of this. So I can always save that for them. So we're going to go gloves, filter, gloves, crit damage, substat, crit rate, equipped. So that's kind of like what I'm always going to do. So for him, we definitely want the crit rate, or crit damage, sorry. And I told you I want to go. I mean, this would be good to get the crit damage on him. That's only 65%. But I really want the Relentless set. So look at this. I have 16 Relentless gloves just chilling there. I'm going to move me so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay. So we got 80% crit damage with only 6% crit rate. So that means that we're probably going to have to get a lot more crit rate on other gear. All right, so that's one option. We're going to do that. I don't want to do a broken set because I think we have enough gear for a good set. All right, so I think that's the only 6-star. This one's pretty good. 10 crit rate, 8 speed. All right, so toss up between this one and the Relentless. We only need 4 pieces of Relentless, but this is pretty good. We got accuracy, HP, attack, and so we're gonna start with this. We're gonna equip this. All right, so now we got his mastery is already done. So we have the 5% crit. Make sure you always remember the 5% crit and crit damage. So we got that. So 26 crit rate. So we need like 74 more crit rate to get this guy to 100%. All right, so now let's go. Next, we really just want to do substats, crit rate, filter, substats, crit rate, and then equipped. All right, so that's kind of what we're going to be looking for in the Relentless set. We're going to pick the 3 more best pieces of Relentless to get as much as we can. So this is all the Relentless with crit rate that we have. All right, so chest piece, 19% crit rate, no speed, accuracy crit rate. So this didn't get any quick crit rate rolls on it. And this only has 5% crit rate on so this is up in the air. So we got 31% accuracy, 43 attack, 5% crit rate. So that's only 5% crit rate right there. So we might have to save the boots for something else. What about shields? This guy has speed, accuracy, 6% crit rate. She has 12% crit rate and accuracy, and he has 14% crit rate with 8 speed and crit damage. So we might have to go with that shield. That's a pretty good shield. Headpiece, he's got 9% crit. This one is 13% crit. It's pretty good. She's at 19% crit. Ooh, that is phenomenal. And he's at 5% crit, 15% crit damage, 13 speed. All right, so I think with the pieces that we're going to go with Relentless, we got the gloves already. So we got gloves. This one is 12% crit rate. This one is 14%. So we're going to go with these. We're going to take this off Rotos. Sorry, Rotos. That's 14 crit rate right there with some speed. And then we have 2 more pieces. So we can go with the boots. We can get this up to 45 speed boots, which is pretty good. That's only 5%. Or we have a chest piece with 19% crit rate, but HP, which would be good for faction wars. Attack 5% crit rate. So we might have to go with either this or this. All right, so we're definitely gonna have to go with this one. Yeah, let's go with the 9% crit. I think we're gonna want the weapon. 13 crit, 12 crit damage, 19 crit, 12 HP, 6 attack. Let's go with the 19 crit. Yeah, that's so good. 19 crit rate. That'll help us out a lot. So we'll go 19 crit rate right there. So now we need one more piece. We are either going to go with the 9% or the 19%. If we go with the 19% crit rate there, that puts us up to 60, 78 crit rate. So that means we would only need like 15, 20 more. All right, so we'll save that. Now we're going to look into other sets and see what we need. So we're going to go head, chest, and boots. We're going to try and pick what we can. Now, if I'm needing more crit, I'm either going to go with, obviously, the crit sets. So this one actually has 16% crit damage, which is awesome. Only 5% crit. This one has nothing. This one has 11 with 10 speed. This one has 5. All right, so that wouldn't be an option. What about the crit damage set? So we have HP, attack, only 7 crit rate. This one is 19 crit rate. That's really good. Attack, oh, look at that. 10 crit rate, okay. Look at that. So we got a 50 attack chest piece with 16. So 16 plus 19 is math 30, 35. So it's 35 crit rate, which is 2 pieces. So it's 60, so maybe 90, 94. So we're at 94 crit, so we only need 6 more crit rate on 1 piece. I think we can do that. All right, so that would give us the boots, which is pretty good boots. Only for the crit rate, though. Nothing special about it. And then 16 crit rate there. So that would be an option. That might be an option. Let's go into more DPS stuff. The new stuff down here. We could always take a look at this. No crit rate. No crit rate. Okay. All right, this one has 18 crit rate, 6 crit damage, and 7 HP. 24% crit damage. That is ridiculous. Holy crap. All right, this isn't bad. So we have 12% crit. Forget that. Crit speed, accuracy, defense. This 20% crit rate. Wow. It's attacking. All right, I think we're gonna try that. We're gonna try the 45. So we get 19 crit rate here. Then we're gonna do fix the chest piece. 16 crit rate there with 50% attack. And then the helmet, we're gonna do the Relentless helmet to finish it off. Cool, perfect. So that gets us up to 103% crit rate, 227% crit damage. That's without the tier 6 mastery. We have only 125% accuracy, which is not the best, but we're not using them strictly to put up as debuffs. We have 3,144 crit attack, 38,000 HP, and we need to level up this. So this will give us, I think, 10 more crit damage. Yeah, 10 more crit damage. And this will give us a little bit more attack. And I think that's the most we can get. I don't think I can glyph anything else. No, no, no. Oh, we can upgrade attack there. 8%. HP, let's get some HP going. 5%. Nice. Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna pause. I'm gonna level up these two, and then we're going because I saved the silver just for specifically this guy. So hopefully I have enough silver. I think I have like 5 million silver. We're gonna level up this and this. Yeah, we're gonna level up the crit damage and the attack, and we're gonna see what he has total. Oh my god. That is so freaking dumb. Just charge me 1 million. I don't care. Just do it. Okay, I literally had to close out the game because I was getting so mad at this stupid thing. It's still at 15. And I've wasted 3 million silver so far on the weapon, and now this. There we go. Okay, accuracy, that's what we wanted. Good, let's level it up. Wrong one. This one. Cool, perfect. This is 33% crit damage. We got the weapon, which is pretty good. We got speed. I glyphed it up to 4, which is freaking awesome. That was 1-piece glyph. Now total stats without a attack banner or attack anything here. We got like 70 attack there. We're looking at 100% crit, 237% crit damage, If you wanted the mastery of 12, plus 20% crit, you can. It's that'd be 250, 260. 39,000 HP, not that much. 3,300 attack, not the best. 195 speed, that's pretty good. And 142 accuracy. So masteries, again, we went down to Giant Slayer, and then this for the Leech, which we're going to heal up, and 50% chance to place a counterattack on himself. Cool. So that is my suggestion on Brakus. And if you see this video, that means it actually worked. I liked Relentless said, and if you didn't see this video, it means it didn't work. Don't do Relentless. But yeah, we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna run Faction Wars 21 now, and then I'm probably gonna post Faction Wars 21 before this, and then after that I'll do a guide on Brakus. So check that out once that's completed. So guys, let me know what you think about it. Would you run with them? Did you strictly just go Savage because that's probably the best set, or did you try something else like I did? And yeah, let me know what you think about Brakus. Appreciate it. Good luck with everything. Hit the subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy the rest of your week.